Hello, welcome to another episode of CPTV. Today is Friday, December 8th, 2017. I'm Nick Garrett.
And I'm James Heldridge. Today we will be going into your not-so-average board game.
And a review of the football season with Coach Tim Young.
We will also be sitting down with Jeremy Caniglia. Final exams will be held December 19th through the 21st.
On Tuesday the 19th, the Theology and World History Language Finals will take place.
On Wednesday, Math and Social Studies.
And finally, English and Science on December 21st. For our first story, I sit down with some of the members from Dungeons & Dragons and figure out exactly what the club is all about.
So my name is Sammy Atkins. I'm a junior.
My name is Ross Schroeder. I'm a junior.
Dungeons & Dragons is not really a board game at all. It can be played with board game pieces and figurines and things like that, but a lot of it's just creativity, imagining, like knowing the stuff along the way. What made me want to join the Dungeons & Dragons Club was I had been a part of it last year, so once the leader left last year, me and a friend decided to co-lead it this year. So.
Well, I kind of didn't really have any other extracurricular activities that I had to do, and this looked kind of interesting, so I decided to join it.
I just started playing it because I had seen it played before, so when I saw the club, I was interested. The game doesn't really get competitive, it's more of a cooperation type experience, so it's a lot more of a fun type thing. The average Dungeons & Dragons game could take anywhere from a few days to, we're going to probably play our game for maybe about the whole year at prep. For beating the game, there's like any number of ways. It's whatever the players want to do, so it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure story. Basically, the game is... There's one person who's the dungeon master, so they create the story and they tell the people what's going on, and so everybody else is a player. So the dungeon master gives them the scenario, what's happening, and like what their characters are doing, and everybody else acts out it from there. It's they play their roles as the characters.
If I was the dungeon master, I'm not for this campaign, but I've been dungeon master before. I would try and incorporate a lot of things into the story, characters. Different variety of monsters, and just try to keep the players engaged.
There are rules laid down, and the dungeon master can either create his own world or use a pre-made one, but really it's up to the dungeon master to like take wherever he wants to go, like decide the story for the players.
Well, I think we could just, join the club. It's very fast to learn the system that it uses, and like I said, it's not like you have to go in for training. It's not like football where you have to go into training for, say, your entire life if you want to make varsity.
For our next story, Anthony sits down and asks head football coach Tim Young 5 questions about his first year here at Prep.
What made you want to leave girls coaching and come to Creighton Prep to coach?
It was more of a professional decision. Something I've always just wanted to do is try to coach at the highest level, and coached in small schools. I've been an assistant coach. I've been a coach at the Class B level, and so to have the opportunity to come to Creighton Prep, which is very traditional power in football and athletics, was a great opportunity for me.
What goals did you set up for your first year at Creighton Prep and did you accomplish?
Yeah, I think you come in and you it's the third time I've come in and taken over a program, and I think the first thing you want to try to do is to try to get your team on the same page in terms of culture, and try to create your own culture a little bit compared to maybe what was here before. And the nice thing about Prep is there's a lot of really positive things that were in place already. So for me, my primary goal was to come in and try to implement the offensive and defensive schemes we wanted to do, get some coordinators in place, and try to get all those people on the same page so that we could kind of implement those things moving forward in the spring and last summer. and I think we accomplished those very simple things early, which I think helped us with continuity. And we got better as the season went on, I think, because of that continuity early in our installation process.
After your first season, what would you have changed, and what do you think you exceeded at?
Oh, I don't know if I would change a whole lot. I mean, I think it went pretty much as planned, the way I envisioned it. I think we probably, I don't know if a lot of people thought we were going to be a semi-finalist this year, with a new coach, a lot of new players. We didn't have a lot of experience back in a lot of places, and so I think we probably exceeded some expectations in that respect. Anytime a new coach comes in, expectations aren't usually very high because there's some change and some things that need to be that kids and coaches need to kind of grasp onto a little bit, and that takes some time. But I think our kids did a great job, our coaches did a great job. So I think we exceeded those expectations a little bit in terms of just how far we could go in terms of wins and losses and in the playoffs.
So far, it's almost been half a school year. What do you think of the prep community?
Yeah, I've been in Catholic school for 20 of my 26 years. So, Catholic communities and private schools have been really, what I've loved to be in and to be able to teach and coach in. And so that has been pretty easy transition for me from prep. Having all boys is something new for me, and having block scheduling was new for me. I've never taught in block before, and so that's been a little bit of a transition for me, but it's been a nice transition in that respect. So, but the community has been great. The people, the faculty, the staff, and the kids. It's all, they're all in it. They're here for one main reason. That's to get a great Catholic education, a Jesuit education, and that pretty much fits what I wanted for my kids when they were going through high school, and so it's a good fit.
What do you plan to do to prepare for next year's season?
Well, those things are already ongoing. I mean, we've got to continue to get and develop our players in the off season. So strength and conditioning will be a key for us. I think that I just met with our freshmen this morning, and that was the first thing I told them is that we've got to get you in the weight room. We've got to develop you, and we want to haul them out. And so those things are going already. Schematically, I think we'll look at some things. Nothing major, I don't think will change. We may tweak a few things on each side of the ball, but those are things that we're doing. I'm meeting with our coaching staff at the end of the year type of deal next Thursday after we come back from break a little bit, kind of recharge, and we kind of turn the page and try to get going for 2018 and try to make us the best team that we can make us.
Finally, Tristan sits down with Jeremy Caniglia.
It wasn't until my junior year that I actually took my first art course. So then that really influenced me and made me I'm pretty excited about seeing a 2D surface come to life and look three-dimensional. So that was the thing that I really enjoyed. I had other teachers that helped me along the road, like when I was at Iowa State, Maryland Institute College of Art. So I always thought, and they constantly said, you'll get back, you'll become a teacher at some point. And I thought, no, that probably won't happen. But when my friend Kent Bellows died, they opened a school down on 33rd and Leavenworth. It was actually in the Bemis at first, downtown. And so his sisters approached me and said, would you be willing to teach and mentor high school students? And I thought, I'm not good at that. But once I got in there, I could see I can inspire the students. One of the main aspects that made me want to come back to prep was I was at the Kent Bellows Visual Arts Center for 7 years, and then I was at Creighton University for 2. And my old teacher here at Creighton Prep, Bob Willits, he kind of asked me if I'd come up and look at the program and think about coming back to prep. And so when I came back up and the spot was open, then I did. and I thought, yeah, this is where I want to be. And they let me kind of guide the program how I wanted to, taken from his old techniques, and then just kind of advancing them. I love teaching at prep because it's different than the college aspect. The college is a little different because people come in with set standards of what they want to do or they think they know. And at prep, most of the students are like more along the lines of a blank slate. So they come in and they want to learn a lot about the arts. And so I can teach them all the skill and foundation level stuff and not have that tainted in any way. So it's really fun to see them actually learn the foundation skills and then to be able to apply it the way they want to.
Do that. I mean, just something simple.
So my philosophy as an art teacher is that try to meet the student wherever they're at. You know, some students are moving at a faster rate than other students, so I really try to go for the current personality of each student. And so what may seem like just a little puddle to jump over for a student who's never drawn or painted before, it's really difficult. It can seem like a Grand Canyon. Unless you break it down into the components and the different steps and make it easy and approachable, you'll never get to that end result that you're looking for. So I try to make sure that they have a lot of creativity and imagination, but at the same time, can they apply it and can they achieve the piece that they want to achieve?
Thank you for watching this episode of CPTV.
Next week, Tara and I will be filming Man on the Street in the Halls.
Spoiler alert, know your reindeer.
Thank you for watching again and happy holidays.
Good luck on finals.
Oh, good luck on finals. Oh.